Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salah.
Okay.
Right. Let's start the show like this. Start with season 10 of the Channels International Kids Cup Cecilia. The champions, LGEA Central Primary School from Kwara State, they are starting to get reward for their excellence.
Yeah, before that, but we'll start with what President Buhari said. Okay, well, rewards for the champions, 2 million naira.
Wow.
That's huge, right? I mean, these guys never knew they were going to have this, but they came, and of course, they got something out of it.
Wow.
Ambassadors of the states and all of that.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go now to the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Yep. Well, they said, well, bring home the trophy. That's the challenge, from President Muhammadu Buhari. We'll see how they can do this. We understand how tough this will be, but then when every country is traveling for a major tournament like this, everyone wants to win it. Everyone
wants to win, and that's the message to the Super Eagles from President Muhammadu Buhari, is to bring home the trophy. We'll see how that pans out in Russia. Also on the show this time, we're going to the NBA, and it's game 1 of the NBA Finals today between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. On one side, you can see Stephen Curry, and on the other side, you can see LeBron James. These two guys are expected to play prominent roles later tonight.
White James might just be alone, but Steph Curry has got all the support cast that he needs, except just one man. That's no doubt.
All right. I think we'll just start the show from there, Cecilia. We all knew this was going to happen. We knew it was going to come down to this. A few people out there, perhaps the Houston Rockets and the Boston Celtics might just, crash the party somewhat and get to the NBA Finals. But if you're being realistic and being real with yourself, it was always going to be the Warriors and the Cavs, and that's what we have. These two teams will be facing off for the 4th straight season in the NBA Finals. It's never happened before in the history of the league.
Not even Celtics and Lakers.
But that's what we have.
Not even Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal.
But that's what we have. And some people, Cecilia, are saying, "Oh, okay, it's getting a bit boring now."
Yeah, when both of them get to the playoffs, you just understand that they might just end up.
They will go to the finals.
But yeah, it's going to happen next season. I know that for sure.
But the other teams, they've got a chance to prevent that from happening, and they haven't done it. And who are we to blame for that?
Okay. We'll blame the likes of Rockets, who just had themselves. They had it in their hands.
Exactly.
You had 2 games up. All you needed to do was try and win your home game.
What about the guys in the East? I mean, come on. Toronto Raptors.
Let's forget those guys. The inexperience actually played a huge part in that. They didn't know they were going to have that. When success comes and you're not ready for it, that's what
that
happens.
Toronto Raptors side is a very experienced side, and they keep letting everyone down, and that's why their coach had to go this season, despite a record season in the regular period. But it is what it is. It's going to be the Cavs and the Warriors facing off later tonight in the NBA Finals, game 1. And we have updates from the camp of the Warriors. Yesterday we said Andre Iguodala and Kevin Love were doubtful for game 1. Now we have confirmation of the status of Andre Iguodala. Unfortunately, Cecilia, he hasn't recovered enough from that leg contusion and is out of game 1.
Yeah, according to the coach, he said he has not yet responded. I mean, his body, he's been frustrated. The body has not responded at this particular point. So it's understandably that he missed how many games in the
he's missed the last 4 games now.
Last 4 games.
Yes.
And this is the 5th one. What's the possibility that he may just be ready for game 2? Because they said they need to continue.
They need to reevaluate
and all that, the process and everything to see if he'll be ready for game 2. But I know he's going to be a big miss, because if you check the little time he played, 27 minutes in all the games, the 3 games he played for them, averaging 8.7 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.7 assists. And we know what he can really do when he's playing, especially having to cage the big man.
Yeah, I think that's the most important, that's the most crucial. Andre, I mean, you look at those points, they're not too extraordinary. 8 points, 4 rebounds. But what it brings to the court, what it brings in terms of intangibles, especially like you mentioned, when he's guarding LeBron James, no one does it better on that Warriors side. So that's going to be a big miss. You saw Kayode Ahmed yesterday saying he would actually be the bigger miss than Kevin Love if he doesn't suit up tonight for the Cavs. But we'll see how it pans out. Yeah, 2 a.m. is the time. If you cannot stay awake to watch that one, you can join us on tomorrow's show. Definitely, you'll be getting all the updates. Okay, so that's it for the NBA. Now let's move over from the courts in the NBA to the courts in France. Paris, to be precise. The French Open, it is hotting up, Cecilia. And
absolutely.
Yeah. Alexander Zverev, is that where we'll start from? Or
we're starting with, okay, what we have here, Simona Halep.
Halep,
yeah.
Okay.
2-6, 6-1, 6-1 in round one. I know that was a risk for her, because for her to be able to, you know, overcome such a slow start and end up winning is a huge one. I mean, we didn't expect this. We thought she was just going to go through it all without having a fight. But she had a very slow start, but somehow she was able to more like ascertain what she really is, you know, and decided to just make it, because understanding that she's the top seed for this tournament and all that. She's the top seed, world number one. She hasn't won a major before. She's come close a couple of times, runner-up, but this was an almighty scare. Cecilia, she lost the first set, and you start to wonder what's going on there. She was really, really bad in the first set. If you go and watch that one again, 16 unforced errors, 4 winners alone. And our opponents on the day, Riska took advantage to win it. But then she came back strong in the second and third sets. And as the scoreline suggests, 6-1, 6-1. And it was easy breezy for Simona Halep afterwards. And she's through to the second round of the French Open. And this is... She's actually been trying to explain what happened in that first set. Let's just listen to her explanation for what happened in the first set.
I had a slow start because it's always tough to start this tournament. It's a pleasure to come here and to play. So always I feel nervous at the beginning, but it was good that I came back so strong, and then I just didn't think about the result or about the match. I just wanted to relax my arms, because I was moving pretty well also at the beginning, but my arm was very tight and I couldn't hit the ball as I wanted. But then it was much easier, and I felt really well. The nerves are really good, means that you care about what you are doing, and your desire is really big. So I love that I'm still playing. I love that I'm in this situation, and every time when I get on court is like I'm really excited and nervous about everything, every moment. So that's why I feel it, and it's good.
Even top athletes get nervous before
the step a player that is ranked 83 in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Nerves do play a role.
The fact that she's world number one here, and she hasn't won a Grand Slam, and somehow the whole pressure is on her to try and win something here.
Interesting. But the thing is, if you get nervous in a match like this, it's how you overcome it. If you're able to overcome it, and she did it. So Simona Halep through to the second round, and she's going to take on another wild card, Taylor Townsend, for a place in the third round. From Simona Halep, from Simona Halep, let's go to Novak Djokovic. Former world number one, but he's way down in world number 22 now. He's through to the third round as well.
But then he also had a scare. I mean,
solid, shaky. Those are the two words I'll use to describe Novak Djokovic against the Spanish qualifier, Jaime Munera.
Yeah, his game is just far from what he used to be. I mean, for someone who has actually who won 4 Grand Slams in a row from 2015 to 2016, and right now he had to struggle in this one. The first set went to a tiebreak before he was able to overcome 6-4, 6-4. That double fault he had in the opening round, you know, wasn't really a good one, firing more like a wayward shot and all that. But somehow he was able to overcome it, and he took it 7-6, 6-4, 6-4. So
tough one for him. I mean, that match ended, lasted over 2 hours. 2 hours, 18 minutes to be precise. So it wasn't easy, even though it was straight set. But that first set you talked about going to a tiebreak says it all. And Novak will be the first to admit he's still trying to find his rhythm. He hasn't found it just yet. Yeah.
Let's hear from him.
As an athlete, I have to face these challenges, I would call them, and if I overcome them or not, it's just a matter of you know, work that I've put into, luck at times, and circumstances that I'm in, and that's it. I do feel like evolving is something that is natural. It's a natural process of every human being and our planet, so I try to strive to evolve and to get better as a person and as a player as well. I mean, it is what it is at the moment. I'm not playing at the level that I wish to, but at the same time I understand that it is the process that obviously takes time, and I'm trying to not give up.
That's what it is, never give up. We'll see how he will be able to continue like this, but he's far from, you know, at his best.
No, a long way, and it only gets tougher from here for Novak Djokovic because he's going to take on number 13 seed, what's his name again? Agut. Yeah, that's his name. Spaniard. Roberto Bautista Agut is the next opponent for Novak Djokovic. Yeah, so it gets tougher from here, and we'll see if Novak Djokovic will be able to prevail in that particular matchup. Let's still talk about the men's section in the French Open. And according to you, Cecilia, Alexander Zverev, I don't know whether it's Prince of Clay. Yeah, that's for you. But overall, this guy is good on all surfaces. So let's not try and restrict him to the clay alone. I mean, we've seen him win ATP 1000 titles on different surfaces. And for me, he had a mighty scare yesterday. 5 sets he needed to advance into the 3rd round, and I didn't see that one coming at all.
Especially against a Serbian opponent, Dusan Lajovic. I felt it was going to be a good one, but then it was below par. I mean, we knew he had played so many games coming into the French Open and even winning, you know, 1,000 Masters and getting to the final of another one, having to play Rafael Nadal in the final. We know how tough it can actually be. But somehow he was able to hold on his nerves and all that. 5 sets he went into it. There was even a time he had to smash his racket.
He was frustrated, yeah.
So, but then he was able to overcome all this, and somehow he went in, getting into the next round. That's what really matters, right?
Yeah, that's what matters, advancing. It was a tough old battle against Lajovic. Lajovic is very distant as well on his day. It just didn't get going early enough. That's Zverev, because if you look at the numbers coming from that game, 42 win as a hit, that's very decent. But if you look at the unforced errors he committed, 53, that's a lot. That's a bit scandalous, and that's why he struggled in that particular game, and it was broken 5 times as well. But he overcame all that to advance into the next round. That's what matters.
All right, let's hear from him now.
To be here with a 5-set win against somebody who has beaten great opponents during the clay court season. So, as I said, obviously it was not my best. I know that there's still a few things that I need to work on. Actually, in the 4th and 5th set, I really felt good out there, even though I was a little bit tired and even though I was a little bit fatigued. But my serve started working better. I started playing from the baseline much better. Everybody tries to make a bigger story out of it than it is. I've had great success on the ATP Tour, as you said. I've won 3 Masters. I've made 2 out of finals this year. So I'm not worried. I know if I do the right things, if I do the right work, I'll win those long matches, and the success will come itself. This is not something I think of on a daily basis. But yeah, hopefully I can win a few more matches here. I got a tough opponent next round. As I said, I'm just going to go match by match here.